Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice here for Algebra 1, Chapter 1.4. Today we're going to be talking about introductions to equations and inequalities. Now, today's learning targets. After today, you should be able to translate basic words and phrases that are talking about equations and inequality, and also to be able to check whether a given number is a solution to one of those. Okay, so the first thing we are going to talk about today is a symbol that you all know very well, and that is dun dun dun. What is that? Good, that's an equal sign. Now, when you see that in a phrase, when it is written out, there are three different ways that you can see it. There's one, two, three ways. Now, the first one that you will see is just the word equals. 5 plus 3 equals 8. Okay? Now, another way that you're going to see it is equal to. 5 plus 3 is equal to 8. And the shortest of the three of those is just the word is. 5 plus 3 is 8. Okay? Now, the next one that we're going to be talking about are inequalities. And there are 4 different inequalities. So we're going to have 4 different symbols. Some of these you might have seen before. Now, the first symbol that we're going to talk about is this guy. Okay? Now, try to make that symbol with your hands. You can't see me doing it, but I'm doing the same thing. Now, when you make that symbol, you are using your left hand. Okay? So that's our little note that you're using your left hand to make this, and with your left hand, it looks like an L. So this is the is less than symbol. Okay? Now, the next one, you're also going to make with your left hand, but it's got this little bar underneath it. And what that means it is less than or equal to. Okay, now the next symbol, when you make it, you're making with your right hand. So if you're trying to make that symbol once again in your hand, you can't use your left, you're using your right. That's how it looks. Okay? And that symbol is the is greater than symbol. And then the last one, once again with the little bar, you guys should know that just by looking at the patterns, but it is greater than or equal to. Now, a key thing that you see in every single one of these is the word is. Okay? When you see these, they have to have the word is in them, otherwise they are not an inequality. Okay? Because, especially with this first one, if we just have the word less than, that word means to subtract. And we're not talking about subtracting, we're talking about the is less than symbol. Okay? We're talking about that inequality. So, let's take a look at these. Translating the following verbal phrases into algebraic form. Let's take a look. We have the word 5, I see is less than, and then we have 12. So 5 is less than 12. Okay? When we do this, we are going to be having all true statements. Okay? Let's look at number 2. We have 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. So 10 minus 1 is equal to 9. Okay, you guys starting to get a hang of this? Let's look at the next one. We have 6 is greater than or equal to 2. So 6 is greater than or equal to 2. And the last one, we have 2 plus 3 is 5. So writing that down, 2 plus 3 is 5. Now, here's a question. I want to know, is this true or false? Now, if you don't know, read what that symbol says. That's symbol number 4. So 2 is greater than or equal to 2. Is that a true statement or is that a false statement? That is true. Okay. All right. Let's move on to the bottom. Now, the bottom says check whether the given number is a solution to the equation or inequality. And it tells us to say write yes or no. Now, if something is a solution, what this is telling us to do is to plug in and see if it gives us a true statement. Okay, so we want this to be true. Now, when we do this, wherever your symbol is, you're going to draw a line. And now, x equals 2. Let's start plugging it in. So we're plugging in 2. And now we're just doing order of operations. Okay, we need to multiply first. Everything else stays the same. 4 plus 1 is 5. And does 5 equal 7? Hopefully you guys are like, dude, no it doesn't. If you think it does, you've got some issues. Now, whenever you see it written like that, that little line in between it is telling us no, that is not equal. Okay, let's do our next one. I'm going to draw the line down the middle. We know that m equals 2. So now I'm going to start plugging in. 11 minus 2 greater than 4. M is 2. So same thing, order of operations. 2 times 2 is 4. 11 minus 4 is 7. Now let's read this. 7 is greater than 4. Is 7 greater than 4? Hopefully you guys agree. Now, number 8. W equals 4. The only thing that's different about this one is that we have W on both sides. Order of operations, let's do the left side first. So 5 times 4 is 20. And then 20 minus 10 is 10. 4 plus 6, 4 plus 6 is 10. So this is saying 10 is less than 10. Is 10 less than 10? The answer? No. Now, if it said, is that a true statement? Yes. Okay. But that is not what our problem said. So, if you wanted to do the other problems, go ahead and press pause real quick, and then you will see the answers when you come back. Okay. Well, there are your answers, and if you need help with those, please come find Miss Carranza or myself. We would love to help you out. All right, that's it for chapter 1.4.